replacement GoPro hasn't returned yet. So obviously I did the half marathon on Sunday. Came in at 1:38 and really struggled, literally from about 5-6 miles onwards. And the course hadn't changed, but I just found it tough. And I should have realised I was going to find it tough, because when I tried my last sort of shakeout run, to sort of see what I had in me, when I tried to do the 10 times 200 meter sprints and I stopped at 4, I should have realised then that it wasn't going to be anything special. So knowing that, I shouldn't be disappointed with a sub 138 or 138 even. However, I do feel disappointed with the fact that I've done all this training and only got a 138 when, before I got the cold, I thought I was in for a shot with a PB. But the half marathon's behind me now, and I've got 6 weeks to, or just under 6 weeks now to the marathon. So I've got 4 weeks of training that will actually go towards the marathon itself. And then I've got the 2 weeks taper. So today I'm decided to up the ante a bit, because my VO2 max is staying the same throughout the whole process and I need that to change. So I'm doing lots of base work, which is great, but I'm not doing enough high intensity work. So today sort of just finished my warm-ups and drills. So I'm doing 10 times 200 at sub 6 minute pace with a 2-minute break in between, and then I'm going to be doing 10 times 400 at, I think, sub 7 minute or sub 7:30. I'm not sure, I can't remember, but it's something like that. So it's going to be fast and it's going to feel hard after the first 10, as long as I can do the first 10. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still a little stuffy and a little bunged up, but other than that, I'm doing okay. So I'm just going to give it a good shot and see what's in me. So I've only got 2 minutes in between reps, so pulling out my phone and everything is a bit clumsy. So I will catch up with you after I've done the 10 and the 10, or I've died and I'm recording before I head home. I'm not dying, I'm actually breathing quite easy. So I did the 10 times 200 at sub 6, and that felt comfortable. I then did the 10 times 400 at, I think it's sub 7:30, because ideally 7:30 is my marathon pace. And I think I was below 7 on all of them, and I'm not even gasping. Friday last week I couldn't even do 4 sets of 3, well I did 4 sets of 200, but I couldn't do any more. So I'm definitely getting back to fitness, and then some. I don't know if pushing myself at the half marathon has just kicked out whatever was holding me back, but I'll take that. So I mean, I would never do a 200 and a 400 before, but I was feeling so deflated after the half marathon and so disappointed with my performance, and I knew, and looking back, I knew that I shouldn't be doing it, or wouldn't be there to be able to get a new PB, but I still wanted it because I knew I'd done the training. But then you can't really control when you get ill. So luckily for me, I was at the tail end of it and I was still able to participate. But I'm definitely feeling that the sub 3:15 project is back, and I know I need to spend a lot more time doing speed work and spending time at my marathon pace, which in theory is 7:30 per mile. So I'm going to include that in my long runs to spend chunks of it at marathon pace. So for instance, this Sunday I might do a mile on, a mile off, mile on, mile off, and then the following Sunday in my long run I might do 2 miles on, 1 mile off, and so on until I can bring it up to quite a few chunks. And I might include that into some of my trainings during the week as well. So I'm really pleased with that. I have no idea what distance I'm up to at the moment, but no, I'm really pleased with that. I feel back in form. I've got my mojo back. I did do a little bit of strength and conditioning last night, which is the first time I've done any in weeks. I know I kept saying that I was going to be doing some, but I never did. But now I did actually do some. So I've done some this week, and I'm hoping to do some more tomorrow, and then go out for another run on Friday, because today's Wednesday. Not sure if I'll do park run Saturday. Might do, might not. See how I feel, and depending on what session I decide to do on Friday as well. But I just can't believe how well I feel and how good I feel after this session, considering what my last 2 runs were like and how I felt after that. So things are looking up. I've stopped having coffee in the mornings. Well, I normally have about 2 cups of coffee a day, not a lot, but because I was ill, I've been taking Lemsip Max hot lemon drinks instead. So I've been taking that instead of my morning coffee, and then when I normally have a coffee in the middle of the day, I'd have that as well. Sometimes I still have a latte, because, you know, it's how I roll. But I'm going to keep doing that, because I don't want to get another bout of illness, or I don't want whatever I'm fighting to come back, because I'm not sure if you can see, but it's been like a constant fine drizzle, and I don't want to put off any training sessions, because, like I say, I've only got 4 weeks of training that will count towards the marathon itself, and then the taper. And obviously the taper is where you find every little niggle and then think, oh my god, what's this? Oh my god, what's that? And you just start thinking the worst of everything. So we shall see. Let's get back home. I've got about a mile, so a nice little cool down, and then have a hot shower. Got a bit of work to do, admin work, so to speak. But yeah, I shall catch up with you on Friday. I'm guessing I'll still be using my phone to record, but hopefully by the weekend I might have my GoPro. So I'll get much better footage for you. But hey, look at this. I've got lighting that moves now. Thanks, and I shall see you soon. Well, it's now Saturday, so I've just done parkrun and haven't had the official time through, or the sort of official time, but Garmin says I did it in 21 minutes, which is faster than the last one. Still about, what, 25 seconds off a new PB, but shows the fitness is going in the right direction. So I've just got to keep doing what I'm doing. Long run tomorrow. I think I'm going to throw some marathon pace effort into that long run, doing 22 miles. So I've not done bad this week. I've done 26 miles in total. So next week's going to be a huge jump, almost back up by 50% as I fall back into my training. But really pleased with that, considering I did the 10 times 200, 10 times 400 on, I think it was Thursday night, or Wednesday night, and then to come off and pull off a 21-minute 5k, that's good. GoPro's arrived, but battery was completely flat, so I'll be back on the GoPro tomorrow, and this will be the last recording on the phone, unless something else happens. But that's the plan. So I'm not going to upload this video this week because there's only like the 2 runs on it. So I'll combine it with next week's and give one video, because there's not much to be gained from just watching this one. Hello, welcome back. It's Sunday, it's long run day, and it's daylight. Sun's out. Yay. So, plan today's 22 miles. With some intervals at marathon pace, which is 7:30 a mile. But whether that's in my legs at the moment after yesterday's park run, I don't know. I'll give the first rep a try. If it's not in me, then I'll just turn it into an easy long run, because I am feeling tired. I'm not using carbon shoes either. I'm just using my Invincible Run 2s. So I don't know how achievable that pace is for me at the moment in these shoes. So we'll see. Like I say, I'll adapt the training. Like I said, I did a really all-in park run yesterday, and I was pleased with that. Knocked another 30 seconds off my previous time. Still about 30 seconds off my PB, but getting there. So I'm 10 miles in. I've done 5 sets so far of 1 mile at trying to get to marathon pace, which would be 7:30. Not quite hitting that, Not surprised after yesterday's park run, and even after that yesterday I felt really tired. However, I've tried to get as close to it as I can, so I am pushing on tired legs, so to speak. But I'm somewhere between, I'd say 7:30 to 7:50 maybe, I'd guess. Obviously I'll put the details up later. I'm just taking a little walking break now so I can get some recording done while I remember what I wanted to say. So I'm doing 10 times 1 mile at, in theory, sub 7:30 pace, which is my marathon pace, hopefully. And I'm taking a recovery half a mile after each set. So the slower I go, the more recovery I get. The sun is out, it's absolutely sweltering. So it's good practice for race day, because this will be my 3rd marathon here in Brighton and it's always been sunny, so I need to get used to these conditions. Normally I would have sort of say, all right, my legs are cooked and I'll call it a day there. So normally I would have sort of said, oh, my legs are cooked, I'm not even hitting pace, I'm gonna end that and just turn it into an easy run. But I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm still hoping to do the 22 miles, but I'm gonna keep pushing to get as close to marathon pace, just so I know what it's like to be running tired. I'm not in carbon shoes, so I know I'll have a bit more of an edge on race day, but I think it's good. I'm really gonna push myself over the next 3 weeks, because then I've got the 2 weeks of taper after that. So I've got a solid 3 weeks of hard training, and then I can take the edge off slightly and then just start winding down ready for race day. So let's get going. Just running down to the flat side, not going to do the undulating part because I've just done my first mile rep. I'm still in it, which ended up going uphill and my legs are actually cooked. And I've still got 4 sets to do, so I'm going to drop down and do the 4 sets on the flat and try and get back to that marathon pace. So it's almost 12 miles in. I'm still on my rep, but I'm walking because there's no way I'm going to get anywhere near close to pace on this rep because of the hill. So I'm going to walk the rest of this rep, then jog my recovery, and then go back into the remaining 4 sets at 7:30 hopefully. Well, I'll probably be sub 8 now because I'm really beginning to feel it. But oh, so nice to be out in the sunshine, especially after last week's half marathon in what started off to be sunny but soon became very cold and cloudy and windy. But there's absolutely no breeze today, so nothing to cool me down on the way back. So I say I'm almost 12 miles in, so I've still got another 10 miles to do. I need to work out where I need to turn around actually. So it's 4 miles from there, so I've got to do 3 miles out and 3 miles back. Something tells me I'm going to get this wrong again. So 3 miles out, that puts me at 12. If I say 12, then that's 15. So at 15 I've then got to turn around and head back and finish off the reps. Also got to pop into a shop to get some ingredients for food. But yeah, that's the breaks. There's quite a few runners out, so I'm guessing they're all getting ready for the big day. After all, it is Long Run Sunday. So heading back, I'm at 18.5 miles and I think I've got about another 4 miles to go, so misjudged the turnaround point. Just walking up the ramp at the moment. So I did do all 10 sets at at best effort as I could. I think most of them were under 8 minutes. Some were close to the 7:30, maybe even 1 or 2 were under, but I'm pleased with the effort. So just going to take it nice and easy now, save the legs and make my way back. Then I'll do some recovery work when I get home. I'll use my recovery boots. and hopefully do a nice shakeout run tomorrow, and then work out what I'm going to do for the rest. Definitely going to do the sprint sessions again, the 10 times 200 and the 10 times 400, and then probably do some faster interval work as well. I think I'll do one strength and conditioning during the week and add another rest day as I'm increasing the intensity. So that rest day will either be Thursday or Friday and Saturday, so it'll probably be Thursday and Saturday. We'll see. I'll see when I need it. Right, so what day are we today? Tuesday. So it's Tuesday. So after my 23.5 mile run on Sunday, I was supposed to do a shakeout run Monday, but I was so tired that I just rested. So I've come out today and I'm going to do my 10 times 200 at sub 6 minute pace, and I'm going to do 10 times 400 at hopefully sub 6:30 pace. Before it was sub 7, but most of the paces were around 6:30, 6:35, so I'm hoping if I push myself I should be able to do that. I think last time I did that I ended up doing about 9 miles with the warm-up and everything else that went on with it. So it'll be interesting to compare this session to the last session, because I quite enjoyed it. It felt really good, really strong. On another note, today's Tuesday, so tomorrow I will be 52. The clock is ticking. So it'll also be, hopefully the marathon will be my first new PB at this age and for this year, because I missed out at the half marathon, so I'm hoping to get it for the marathon now, to get a new PB, which will be sub 3:26 and change. If everything goes right, and it's a big if, let's face it, because it's all down to nutrition, conditions on the day, the wind on the sea, off the seafront, I think I'm in a strong position for a sub 3:15. But the weather's been quite miserable lately, as we all know, and so far this will be my 3rd time doing the Brighton half marathon, and so far every time I've done it it's been a clear sunny day, which has been absolutely grueling. And they've changed the course this time as well, so there's a bit of a lapping situation going on at the seafront, which means there's lots of hairpin turns, and that's after the halfway mark. So I don't know, losing your momentum and then having to start it up again at that stage of the race isn't too appealing, but you know, I've got to work with what you've got. So I'm what, 12 minutes into my warm-up. I've done my drill, so I'm just going to do another 5-10 minutes warming up, and then I'm going to start the first session, and then I'll catch up to you at some point after that, or during the session, something like that. I know, we'll get there eventually. Oh God. So that's set 10 of the 10 times 400, and I'm pretty sure they were all sub 6:30, and obviously before that I did the 10 sets of 10 sets of 200 at sub 6, with a 2-minute recovery between each rep and the 2 different sets. So I gave everything on the 400, so I'm pretty sure some of those reps were touching on the 6-minute marker. So I think for next week I'll change the pacings on the 400 to make it a little more harder, because we all need something to aim for. It feels like a lifetime ago when I tried to do 10 sets of 200 before the Brighton half marathon and had to stop at 4. So I'm even inclined to search for another half marathon this year to get a PB, because I feel it's definitely within me now, and I think it'd be a shame to waste this fitness. But I'm going to concentrate on the marathon first and try and stick within that sub 3:15 target. I'll do intervals on Thursday and a gym session on Friday, and then I've got to do my long run Saturday, and I'll rest Sunday. Because obviously Sunday's a big day here, so, and I wouldn't want to take it away. So well, the plan is a plan, but the plan can be moved, and it is. Right then, so let me just see how much I've actually done so far. So I've done just over 8 miles, so I'm going to do a little cool down run and then head back, so that'll give me about 9 miles again, and then I'll compare this week's reps for the 200 to last week's reps of the 200, and then hopefully there's progress. I'm not sure how much more improvement, or if any, I made on the 200s, but now if you look at the 400s, I'm pretty sure there is some improvements there. I'm hoping for huge improvements, but I'll take slight improvement. Not sure if it'll be on all the reps, but I'm hopeful, so we'll see how it goes. So I will catch you back after my birthday tomorrow, and I will see you all on Thursday for intervals. Probably do 12 to 14 miles. I don't know, maybe half-mile intervals with a 30-minute recovery, and I think I might go for half mile at half marathon pace, which would be 7-minute miles. Yeah, feeling for that. And then yeah, we'll do that. I've just got to program it into the watch, and we'll take it from there. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna go get my cool down done and head back home, because I smell a success at the moment, and it ain't a great smell. So thanks, and I will catch you all on the next one. Alright then, so it is now, what day is it? Thursday. Wow, really had to think then. It's late, it's about 9 o'clock, and on the cards today I've got about a 12-mile run, and I'm doing, what am I doing? I think I'm doing 10 times half a mile on at sub 7 with 1/4 of a mile off at whatever I need to recover. So that's what the plan is. Like I say, with the cool up and warm down at the end, I hope to get about 12 miles in, which will give me I think almost 50 for the week so far, and then strength and conditioning tomorrow, and then I've got my long run on Saturday instead of Sunday. So I'm gonna just finish my warm-up. I've done my drills, and I'm gonna get down to the beach and do my intervals. And also on other news, you may have noticed that I've been disappointed with my Brighton half marathon performance due to my illness. So 3 weeks after the marathon, I'm actually doing the Worthing half marathon. So I'm hoping to piggyback off the fitness that I'll have gained from the marathon, and just do some more intense speed work afterwards to then propel myself to hopefully get a sub 1:30. Now the Worthing half marathon I've not done before, but it is known for being flat. However, it is pretty much all along the seafront, so if the wind gods are against me, it's going to be very difficult in one direction. If they are with me, then it'll be perfect running conditions. Ideally, the wind will change as I change. So we'll see, but let's focus on the task at hand, which is getting marathon ready. So I'm going to put this away now and then just get down to the beach. I'll do a couple of the intervals, and then we will catch up and see how it's feeling. Alright, so, oh, just a second. Got to turn this off. There we go. So I'm just finished rep 5 of my sub 7 half mile intervals with a 1/4 mile rest. Started off really well. I think the first 3 were definitely sub 6. No, not sub 6, sub 7. However, during 4, or rep 4, I turned around because I'd reached the end, and I then realised it's quite a strong headwind on the way back. So I've now got to do the next 5 sets into a headwind, and I think I'm going to struggle to stay below sub 25, sub 725 now, because the wind is quite strong. So well, I'll run to effort now, so I'll put everything into it. Like I say, I'm halfway through, so I've got 5 sets to go, and I know each one that I do, I've got one less to go, and I'm going to use that to hopefully keep pushing into the wind, because chances are, I mean, this is the finishing straight for the marathon anyway, so the chances are the wind will be this way anyway. So the more I get used to it, the better off I'll be. So I've stopped to walk to record this, so I'm gonna put this away and take my jog, because it is freezing, and I'll get the rest of these reps out of the way, and then I'll catch up with you on the end. So, 10 of 10 done, and it was hard. The wind seems to be everywhere. I turned around and I thought, oh, at last, felt nothing, and then as soon as I started running, wind was back into my face again. So, but I ran to effort, and I think it was pretty strong, so that's all I can ask for. So I think I'm 10 miles in at the moment, and I've not seen the Steve Ovett statue, so this is looking more like it's going to be just over half a marathon by the time I'm done. So I'm still pleased with that. I think that'll put me, yeah, that'll still put me at about 50 for the week so far. And then obviously when I do my long run on Saturday, it'll still count as this week. I think, I'm not sure how the weeks are set up or how I set the weeks up, so we'll see. It doesn't matter, the mileage is there and the runs are there, which is all that really matters. So it's quite nice to have a full week of training. Yeah, don't know why that light turned off, but then maybe it was fed up with listening to my voice. So yes, I'm going to do the same again that I did last week, where I'm going to do miles on and off at marathon pace, so that'll be sub 7:30, and because I'll be doing strength and conditioning tomorrow, and then I'll be doing that Saturday, so hopefully I should find it a little bit easier than last week, where I'd done the 21-minute park run the day before, and then all day Saturday I was just tired, and I never seemed to recover from that. And then going into that on the Sunday probably didn't help, but I pushed myself on the Sunday and got the mileage and as close to the pace as I could for most of it. So I'm hoping to see some sort of improvement this week, if not next week when it'll be back on the Sunday. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna put this away and crack on with my cool down and easy run back, and then get some protein and a shower, and I will catch up with you on Saturday in the daylight, no less. So thank you, see you later.